today. Brochures are available in our gift shop located on the dock upon your return. Prices start at $45. Just one more fun thing to see on the mighty Mississippi here. Now, why is it called the mighty Mississippi? Well, it's the longest river in the United States. It's been a highway to travelers and industry and an international dividing line. It was made world famous by writings from Riverboat pilot and writer Mark Twain, who was the first railroad bridge crossing the Mississippi in St. Louis. It is the first and it is the oldest. It was built between 1867 and 1874, designed by self-taught St. Louis, Mississippi riverman and engineer Captain James P. Eads. Of time. In order to overcome the many challenges here on the Mississippi River, James Eads had to devise a new system. Actually, a system that had never been used in America. And that technology was utilizing pneumatic caissons, which ideally were small rooms with pumps that could fit a few correct, and that saved many of the men working in the caissons. This was the first time in history that the bends and the remedy for the bends was really understood. Those in loves. While you can't go on the Riverboat Casino right now, you still can gamble. Just up the levee there, that big beautiful blue building, is the Lumiere Casino. It was built in 2007 with a 200 luxury room hotel, spa, business center, convention center, and the fine rooftop restaurant. It was built for $520 million. Did you know what we are doing right now is exactly what paddle steamboats were invented to do, and that is to paddle upstream. Prior to the paddle steamboat industry, all trade industry happened downstream. If you had items you wanted to sell, you'd build yourself a barge, float those items downstream on that barge, sell the items, chop up the barge, sell the lumber, and buy yourself a horse and take that horse back upstream. But with the invention of the paddle steamboat, it sped up the process of trade and commerce inland, and it even sped up the process and completion of the railroad in the railroad industry. Fun facts about this bridge: it contains 15 million pounds of steel, 132 miles of cable, and 1.4 million pounds of rebar. It was designed to last 100 years, so let's see how it holds up in comparison to the Eads Bridge, which has so far lasted 145 years.
In the shade of a tree, Kansas City, here I come. Kansas City, here I come. They got some pretty women. I'm gonna with my Kansas City woman, a bottle of Kansas City wine. Little I might take a train, take a plane. If I have to walk, I'm going just the same. I'm in Kansas City, Kansas City, here I come. They got some pretty little women. I'm gonna get me one.
While I am from Kansas City, typically I spend my summers in New England on sail yachts. Come fall, we sail out to Bermuda and down to the crew jobs away from the steam paddle boats. This rendered those boats obsolete, and Mary and her husband were out of work. They retired to the mouth of the Mississippi on their sailboat named Swan. Now, Mrs. Mary Miller wasn't alone in her endeavors. Miss Mary Green and Kelly France were two other female captains who, in fact, were also the owners and operators of their vessel and business. To put out the fires. Now, water pumps were hard to come by in the mid-1800s, so the firemen had to utilize a way to break the fire. They did this by utilizing explosives, blowing up other sacrificial buildings to save more important buildings. Some of those buildings we'll see further on in the cruise. Stream, there was an island in the middle of the stream, once named Arsenal Island, but soon as the epidemic broke out, they changed the name from Arsenal Island to Quarantine Island, a word that we are familiar with today. Now that is where paddle steamboats would stop, inspecting all passengers for signs of cholera. your starboard, you would have been looking at French territory, once Spanish territory, and then again French territory, until Napoleon ended up selling that piece of land to Thomas Jefferson for $15 million in 1803 as part of the largest land purchase ever. That is If you look to the St. Louis side of the river, you will see what looks like a beach whale. That is the USS Inaugural, an Admiral-class minesweeper which served in Okinawa and survived combat with the kamikaze pilots during World War II. After the vessel was decommissioned, the Inaugural was brought to St. Louis in 1968 as a floating museum. The vessel found its current location during the flood of 1993. Since the damage of the flood, there have been 2 attempts to raise the vessel, but as you can see, none have succeeded, and there she rests.